Ghost Muses. How are we doing, guys? So, today is actually April 19th, and it's a day that really still hits hard to me. It's actually the anniversary of the federal building bombing in Oklahoma City. I was living in Oklahoma City when this happened. My daughter was going to school just a few blocks away from there, and fortunately she was in the principal's office that day with her friend because of something her friend had done, her and her friend, and she wasn't where she was supposed to be, because if she was where she was supposed to be, she would have probably got either severely injured or possibly even killed. She was supposed to be in her computer lab, and the windows of the computer lab faced the building itself, and when it happened, when the explosion happened, it blew the windows out, and the computer monitors and everything where she would have been sitting would have been coming right in her face. I was on the way to work that morning when it happened. I worked at a florist shop at the time. Probably one of my favorite jobs. I loved the people that I worked for. It was a family-owned business, Gladys Wilson's Flowers and Gifts in Oklahoma City. And I was on the way to work, and we saw the plume of smoke go up. And where we were at, we thought it looked like somebody had bombed the county jail. Well, it was just right there by it, and it was actually a federal building. So I get to work. It's all over the news at that point. I'm worried about my daughter at this point. They call us. First they tell us to come get her. Then they call me back like 2 minutes later and said, no, you can't come get her. There's no way to get close to here. You can't even get within a mile, miles of here, whatever. We'll bring her to you. So they ended up bringing her to us, to my job. And from that point forward, for quite a while, my job went from something that I enjoyed doing, delivering flowers to people, to something that just really, 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 really hit me hard. To delivering funeral arrangements for babies. And arrangements and gift baskets and stuff to the first responders. We actually had a guy call in from, I think he was in like Georgia or Louisiana, someplace like that. He called in and he ordered a 20-foot cross to be covered with carnations, white, and then red hearts on the crossbars of the cross. And we had to deliver it to one of the churches where the families were waiting. And I remember my ex, at that time current, but we had to deliver this item, and we got a what do you call it? Oh my gosh. Where they give you like they go ahead of you and clear the path. I can't think what it's called. My brain's just not functioning right now. Like an escort. There we go. We got an escort from the military to take this cross to where it needed to be. The place I worked, I was a delivery driver. I did floral arrangements. I kind of did a little bit of everything. At that time, I was doing a lot of delivering, and we gassed our vehicles up at the gas station across the street, and the guy across the street that owned the gas station, his daughter was killed in the attack. She worked at the Social Security office, and she was a translator, and she worked at the Social Security office, and so I think everybody that lived there at that time either knew somebody that knew somebody, or knew somebody that, had been impacted by this. People would send stuff to go down at the site. They had a big fence up I never went down there. So many days when I was delivering these arrangements and stuff, I would go back out to the van and I would just sit there and cry. So when it came time to take stuff down to the site, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'd seen it was on TV, plastered on TV 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, guys, I'm telling you now. There was nothing but a scene of the building. I'm sorry if I'm ranting. You can skip on if you don't want to listen to this. But, yeah, they showed it for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they had a big flag out in front, and they had the building lit up. And so even when I went home, it was still there. It was still in your face. Yeah, it was an extremely rough time working at a job that I loved extremely, for people that I loved deeply. Love this family, love them to death. But I can't say at that time I really loved the job anymore. I did see a lot of positives come from that. I saw two of the little kids that were really, really bad shape, Brandon and Rebecca Denny. They were very small, and they were in the hospital in critical condition, and I can remember taking in, as they started getting better, people were sending gift baskets to them with teddy bears and coloring books, and you name it, my boss would make up these gift baskets, and when they got better, to the point that they weren't in intensive care anymore, they were in ICU, they were in a regular room, they would actually, on occasion, let me actually take the basket to them. And I actually got to see them both recovering. So it was a wonderful thing to see in all that tragedy, that something that was actually happening, that was not a horrible thing. You know, these kids were surviving. I saw a documentary a while back where they talked about it. But yeah, so today is the anniversary of that. I am not making anything related to that. It's, like I said, this hit hard. I woke up this morning remembering it. Not one of the best memories, you want to have, but hey, I do want to, remember that day. So, that being said, enough of that. What we're going to do today is we're going to make an Easter tray. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. It is April 20th. Well, those of you who don't know, 420 has a different meaning in the U.S. Besides Easter this year, it has another meaning that has been around for several years. And we're going to base the tray today a little bit on that. So I'm going to pour a background here. I haven't decided yet what color. And this is our little 420 guy here. He's going to go in the center. And I'm probably going to end up I may try to put one of these in here. I don't know yet. I also have some other stuff that I could put in there as well. Haven't decided 100% on what's going in. But I could do Easter. I don't know. Or happy. I could do happy. There we go. I could do happy. He's definitely happy. We might do that. I don't know. Haven't 100% decided yet on what I'm doing. I kind of know, but kind of know what I have in mind. It's definitely going to be a happy Easter for this guy. Yeah. He's pretty cute. And he says peace. So, cute. Alright, so I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to gather up my resin. I'm going to get my pigment out that I'm going to use, what colors I'm going to use and everything. I think I may do something rainbowish. Not fully rainbow, but I may do something rainbowish. And I think I'm going to do more these colors instead of pastels. I think we're going to do more like red, yellow, blue, orange. Bright colors. So, I'm going to put you on pause. And, like I said, I'll be back in just a minute. Hey guys, we're back. So I got my mica powders out here. and I'm using the 1 hour epoxy. And the colors I've got here are grass green, brilliant blue, pure red, and orange yellow. So I'm going to pour this in here. I'm going to kind of try to divide it up equally. I only mixed 3 ounces because this tray is not a super thick tray to begin with. And I want to be able to give it a coat of resin at the end after I put everything on it. Let's do a little bit more here. Got to work kind of fast because this is epoxy only has a 15-minute work time, and it will thicken up fairly quickly. Not as fast as the polyurethane, but it's pretty fast. So all right, I'm going to set this back here off to the side for a minute, and I'm going to start mixing my micas here. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter. If you're spending it with family, I hope you have a good meal. If you're spending it with kids or grandkids, hope you have a good Easter egg hunt. I know with the price of eggs, and a lot of places are saying, you know, try to use alternatives instead of eggs. The plastic eggs, the candy eggs, whatever. All right. Okay. A little jittery today. I took a breathing treatment, and that albuterol makes me shake, like, pretty bad. I have a nebulizer, and yeah, the albuterol. Ooh. I don't even do a full treatment because it makes me so jittery. I do a half a treatment, like half of it, and then I'll do the other half later in the day. Because it's like, ugh. Of course, it doesn't help. I drink tons of caffeine anyway. Alright, so now, okay. Just dump that out. Dump the popsicle stick. Alright. Move these micas out of the way here so I can get to the little cups. And I'm going to pour kind of randomly. We're not doing any particular rhyme or reason. I kind of want to have the feel maybe of tie-dye when it's done. Maybe tie-dyed. Kind of what I want to see if we can achieve. Okay. Okay. And now the green. Okay, we're going to go back through. And we're going to use the rest of it here. Okay. Red. Nice thing about this 1 hour epoxy is it's not going to move a lot. So it shouldn't muddy a lot or anything like that. Fortunately. Okay. Green. A bit more blue. Okay. A little more red. Tiny bit more orange. Okay. And let's do this one. Alright. And the last little bit of green here. Alright. So, now, wipe my hands off here. Wipe my hands off. Alright. So I think I want to try to do like swirls in here. Alright. That way you're going to go. Alright, perfect. So we're going to give this, excuse me, we're going to give this, probably, I'm going to give it a couple hours. It's an hour, 1 hour cure, but I'm going to give it a couple hours because I want to let it cure enough that I can put my sticker on and it's not going to be like too flexible. And I'm going to put my other stuff on there before we pour the last layer. So I will see you then, guys. Bye. Guys, we're back. So this is what I love about the 1 hour epoxy. Do you see that this didn't hardly change at all? I also took a little bit of the leftover and I poured it in my cabochon mold here, and I didn't fill it. And there's these ones that look like eggs. Got a little bit of leftover in here. There's these ones here that look like eggs, kind of. I did 2 of the small, and then I did 2 of the bigger ones. In the same colors. So I have 2 big eggs, 2 small eggs. And I decided I'm not going to do the Easter thing on it. I'm not really, this isn't going to be an Easter tray. This is going to be a little bit of an Easter tray because Easter happens to fall on 420, but this is more of a 420 themed tray. I did Easter, if you saw it the other day, I did the coasters for me and Cody. I did these. These are more traditional Easter themed. So yeah, this one's just going to be more 420 themed. So I decided instead of doing 1 in the center, I'm going to do 1 on each end. And I think they're adorable. And then I'm going to do these eggs here in the center like this. And I thought about printing out 420. I have some numbers I can use. I may use those instead. So we're going to take off the backing of these. These are UV DTF stickers. So I'm going to bring this a little closer to me so I can make sure I get him where I want him. There we go. Alright. So you want to be sure you get it rubbed in really, really good on there. Just want to be sure you get the sticker down all the way, because when you go to pull it up, if it's not down all the way, it'll pull up pieces of the sticker with it. Now you can just lay it right back down, burnish it on better, and then lift it back up, which is what the easiest thing to do. If you notice that you're pulling it up and just like this one, started coming up with it. Okay. Okay. There he is. He's on there. And now we're going to put his buddy here at the other end. There we go. Come on. Get the sticker started here. There we go. Don't want to break the seal, so I'm holding down the tray while I pull this off. Alright. I do have a couple little pieces here where I got resin on the side of the tray. There we go. And we're just going to push these little guys. And we're going to move these up. I don't want these down here that far. Alright. Done one. Alright. There's my little guys. They're on here. Here, hang on guys, we'll be right back with you. Just looking for some numbers here that I want to use. Looking for some numbers I want to use. I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I'm gonna get my numbers out and I'm gonna mix up the resin to pour over the top of this at the same time. Okay, we're back. So I got my resin mixed up here. I'm gonna spray this just a little bit with some alcohol. I did put a 420 on here. I kind of put it like askew. So, thought it would fit in with my tie-dye theme here. Oh yeah. That's so pretty. I think I'm going to give this to a neighbor across the street. He was actually talking to me and my friend yesterday and he was laughing about tomorrow being 420 and being Easter. So, I think I may give him this. Do something nice today, you know. Might need a little bit more. May have to give it another coat. I feel like this one's not completely under the resin. That's alright. I'll give it another coat if I need to. And I will see you guys back when it's done. We'll demold it and see how it looks. Bye. Hey guys, we are back. So we are ready to demold this. Not a whole lot to see here because it's already demolded. I am going to show you a couple molds I got. The purple elephant went to its home. And its owner purchased 2 molds for me off of Temu. She wants me to make these for her. Purples, pinks, teals, any of those colors she likes. And then I get to keep the molds for myself. So I was like, that sounds like a good deal to me. They are elephant molds. I'm not 100% sure how this one looks. I do see that this is a matte mold. But it is definitely an elephant. So we will be doing that one for her. And then she got me this one, which is also an elephant. I don't remember what this one looked like. She ordered it off of her Temu account. Oh, I see it here. Okay, what you got? An elephant with something here. Oh, it's an elephant with a little baby elephant, I think. I think it's a baby elephant down here on the bottom. Pretty sure. So, yeah. And again, this one's kind of a... This is a matte mold, but it's one of those matte molds that kind of has a little bit of a shine to it. Kind of like that one. So, we will be doing those here in the next couple days. Alright. Here is our pretty 420 tray. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the back of it. Wow. It looks like scribbles. It looks like a... Yeah, it looks like a puzzle. That's funny. But yeah. Like I said, that's what I like about that 1 hour epoxy, is if you pour this, it starts to thicken up, and you can get some really cool effects because it doesn't move much after that. So, and I came in and I top coated it even more, so everything's underneath the resin. Everything's under there like it's supposed to be. I think I'm going to do a border around the outside edge here, though. I think I'm going to use the copper. I like the copper really well. I think we might do copper. This is the copper? Yeah, this is the copper. There we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, I hear my gecko. I hear the gecko. He's out here somewhere. Alright. There you go. A copper edge on it. Very pretty. Got the 420. Got the little gnomes. Or, well, I guess they're gnomes. Rostanomies. And then, we got our Easter eggs in matching colors. So I think he turned out beautiful. I'm happy with him. Happy with the way it turned out. So, this is going to come out probably the night before Easter. I do want to wish everybody a happy Easter. I will be posting tomorrow. It's just, it won't be an Easter video because I've done a couple Easter videos now. We'll probably be doing these elephants, one of these elephants, and seeing how they turn out. I kind of want to do this one here. So we may be doing that tomorrow. That may be our project tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to say happy Easter. Happy 420 if you celebrate that. I know some people are going to be like, that's not what Easter... I know what Easter's about, guys. I know that. But I just found it funny that Easter was on 420 this year. And if you know, you know. But yeah, like I said, I already know somebody I think I'm going to give this to. And, yeah. So I think it turned out really cute. Super, super cute. So, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I hope your resin cure is beautiful. Your craft projects turn out amazing. I hope you are happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.